Thank you very much for your kind introduction. I'm Kazuhiro Yamada. I'm a fellow of the Center for Research and Development Strategy of Japan Science and Technology Agencies. GSD is, many Japanese participants know that it's a funding agency, but my center is doesn't have this funding programs. My job, our center's mission is to produce some policy proposal to for the priority areas for the future funding programs or for policy reform of science and technology innovation policy. This is the items of my talk. At first, I would like to introduce the policy trends related to the transformative science technology innovation policy. We are in the age of the drastic change, such as not only for climate change, but also that we have some international competitive new age of the international competitiveness, and also there are much more serious problems such as Russia's invasion to the Ukraine. And so these change of the international circumstances may affect the policy agenda of science technology innovation policy. And I would like to introduce the two major pillars of such kind of the transformative innovation policies. One is mission-oriented innovation policy, and the other is the emerging technology governance. Then I will talk about the implications for transdisciplinary research and education. Maybe the final part is that I will draw the implications from the past project of transdisciplinary research of the OECD. So I should have mentioned that this first, but I'm very honored to be here. Because when I was graduate of the University of Tokyo, it was a graduate school of arts and science. It was established late 1980s. That the graduate school was the mission is to promote transdisciplinary, interdisciplinary research. At the time that when I was a graduate school, I was assigned some paper. So that includes Professor Ortwin Renn's paper. So at the time, I never thought that I would have chance to attend the same meeting. This is item of the recent publication of the OECD Science, Technology, and Innovation Outlook. It is we usually produce this kind of outlook every 2 years. This is the latest version. Here is 6 items here. This document, this report shows some policy trends. So my talk, I will explain that these two pillars of this kind of transformative innovation policies. At first, now we are in the age of we need to accelerate transformation to a sustainable and resilient society. And we have many difficulties, especially the first one is we need long-term efforts. For example, the Japanese government set the carbon neutral goal, but the target year is the 2050s. Maybe I'm not sure I was alive at the time, but it takes so many years. And also, we need to multiply the efforts. Science and technology is the key driver, but we need to much more wider efforts, such as governance reform, and we need economy and finance activities, and also we need to change the individual and collective behaviors. And also, we have the other big type of the emerging technologies such as AI, not only AI, but also the quantum computing is coming, and we need to address the issues related to synthetic biologies, and the new technology also might have a significant impact on the existence of ourselves. Such kind of growing impact of the emerging technologies very various impact, but also we need to ensure the divergent values on the well-being of us. These values includes such as democratic values, human rights, equity, inclusiveness, blah blah blah. And also, these we need to take opportunities will be brought by these emerging technologies, because these kind of technologies is critical for transition to a sustainable and resilient society. So the question is, how can we regulate these technologies? There is the word, the English dilemma. This means that if it's past early stages, it is difficult to identify how to regulate these technologies. But if the technologies is developed so it is too late to regulate. That's kind of we have a dilemma. So we need for the anticipatory governance responsible innovation anticipatory governance scheme for responsible innovation. These kind of the trends such kind of trends requested us to make much more wider framework of science, technology, innovation policies. Historically, the science, technology, innovation policy expanded their framework according to the circumstances in response to the socio-economic and technology changes. Just after the World War, the government set up some mission agencies such as NASA or such as NASA to hold the space development. But in the 1970s, we had some industry policy age. The government set up consortiums of private and public institutions and to conduct the key technology development. And in the late 1980s, after the end of the World War II, after the end of the Cold War, the Japan government created a strong linkage between the universities, public institutions, and private institutions that kind to create and strengthen the national innovation systems. And now we in the age of the post waves of the framework that is called transformative innovation. And also we had another type of the economic security movement. So this is just a figure of that kind of framework that in the old age this is the structure of the governance scheme of the first generation of science and technology. This is based on the clear division of labors based on the linear model of innovations. The universities do the basic research, and public research institutions applied research, and then industry do the development. And so they expected that there is a single flow of the knowledge transfer. But in the age of the industrial competitiveness, under the scheme of industrial policies, the government set up the consortiums to develop the R&D, to conduct R&D in the phase of pre-competitive phases. But now we are in the scheme of the transformative innovations. We need to expand the scheme much wider. We need to invite the ministries in charge of sectoral policies. They have the main policy measures, the regulation, and other networks to conduct. That is essential for the demand side intervention of the innovation processes. And then when we need to create the co-creative innovation at the co-creation innovation ecosystems, there are so many different stakeholders participating in this scheme. Then through these trial and errors, we need to reach to the ambitious transformative goals for the future society. Now, OECD discussing which kind of components, what kind of components is necessary for such kind of transformative innovation. This is just the example of the such kind of the direction of the transformation of the science technology policy itself. But we are discussing these issues, so the final result will be published next April, I hope. And then, sorry, we may run about 7 minutes.
Everything is 20 minutes, so until 5:45.
Sorry.
Another 10 minutes.
10 minutes outside. Yeah, the mission-oriented innovation policy is a specific policy approach for such kind of transformative innovation. This figure shows the scheme of the mission-oriented innovation policy. We have the long strategic goals, but it takes too much time, so we need to set more clearly defined goals. We call this kind of goal as missions. Then these missions should be developed not only science and technology side, but also the societal side. Through the wider deliberation processes. And then we need to integrate we need to mobilize the wider range of policy measures to promote the innovation. And such kind of innovation should involve the diverse stakeholders. Many countries try to implement such kind of the mission-oriented innovation policy initiatives. As I listed several selected cases for this mission-oriented innovation policy, but today time is limited. I will introduce the European Union's missions. European Union missions, European Commissions developed these processes. They conducted more than about 3 or 4 year processes to develop these missions. Now the European Union has 5 missions. So the target year is 2030. Some among 5 missions they said for example the city missions, they will develop the 100 climate and carbon neutral cities and the smart cities by 2030. Here is the selected cities in the city missions. 100 cities from European Union members and 12 cities from the associated countries. This is the scheme of the European Union missions, EU missions governance scheme. The European Commission developed the cross directorate coordination systems, and they intended to mobilize not only research and innovation funding programs, but also they will invite some investment financing, and also the regulation and rules and other policy measures for intervention. And then they ask the cities and areas to develop their own strategy for this transformation. Then they will create. They intend to create the transformative innovation ecosystems based on the cities and areas. On the other hand, Japan has been a long history of more than 20 years. And we, since the 2000s, Japan has conducted the R&D programs for addressing social change and transformative innovation. This is one example of the SIP ADAS program, which is related to develop autonomous driving systems. The unique point is that the program, research and development programs, is in the framework of much more larger policy coordination schemes. In these schemes, not only for the science technology agencies, but also for the sectoral ministries, such as the national police agencies invited in this scheme. So they can mobilize their regulatory measures to conduct its field test trial. Under this scheme, there are so many field tests have been done for the autonomous driving systems from Hokkaido to Okinawa Islands. These projects are the type and the configuration of the stakeholders are different from project to project. But the government gather the information and develop their support mechanisms to foster the autonomous driving systems. I will skip this slide. But this kind of mission-oriented policy, innovation policy, they have some tracks. One is the SDI only track, science, technology, innovation policies. The ministries can do their work, but the sector ministry don't understand that the initiatives. The other one is orientation only track. There is a beautiful strategy, but there is no implementation there. And the third track is a policy only track. Policy communities work, policy communities work hard, but the industry and the private sector, citizens don't understand that they would not participate. Such kind of track, how to address these traps is important. And the MIP is this transdisciplinary approach. I put several examples of the disciplines, expertise of the whole processes. That from mission setting to implementation, we need much more various range of expertise. Emerging technology governance also the transdisciplinary approach. Here the OECD now is developing the framework for the responsible innovation governance. Here is a list of the values. We need the list of others. There is a foundational values such as human rights, and also we need to consider the context-specific values. How to integrate these values in the research and innovation processes is the key. One important point is we need to integrate these values from the outset of the early stage of the research and innovation activities. So how to make such kind of the condition is also important. There is a list of this is cases of Japan's activities. One important thing is in some cases, there is a policy framework to promote initiatives that are consistent with the national key strategies, but in other cases, there is not. So it depends on the context of each field. Yeah, well, I will make a final part, comment on the final part. So, implications for transdisciplinary research and education, the expansion of the framework policy requires new governance mechanism and style of the research and innovation activities. So, as shown in my talk, that following these matters are very important, but most of these items are in line with the requirements for transdisciplinary research. In 2012, the OECD published this report addressing societal challenges and using transdisciplinary research. There are so many issues required for the transdisciplinary approach. I think that this figure is originally made by Professor Renn, so Professor Renn will explain later this scheme. And one important thing that this training program is very important for the transdisciplinary research, because I pick up several Japanese cases for the transdisciplinary research. Most of all of these cases and efforts, they have the long history of the commitment, and also they develop the capacity to do such kind of the co-produce of the aim and the networks of the stakeholder, co-produce of the shared vision and program definitions. They need, so in order to realize such kind of conditions, they need to make efforts for the creating culture inside of the universities, not only inside the universities, but also in the communities surrounding the programs. And the trust building is also very important. Sorry, I have run out of time. Finally, I will show some challenges for transdisciplinary research. Some of them are from the OECD reports, but also I put several issues for through my interviews with the Japanese universities and the practitioners. There are many issues, but I already mentioned that shared vision and goals are very critical. And also we need to consider the ethical considerations like this. And monitoring impact and impact assessment is also important. And also the transdisciplinary research is necessary for, so it needs for the long period of time. And but there is a lack of the established evaluation system. It is very crucial for the young researchers' career development. And also we have many barriers for the promoting the transdisciplinary research and education. So I will discuss that in the panel discussion. Thank you.